In the experiment 8, load flow studies will be done. There we will determine load flows in Gauss-Seidel method for given power system by using MyPower software package. The problem is the single line diagram of 5-bar power system with the 2 generating units, 7 transmission lines. The per unit transmission line series impedance and shunt susceptances are given on 100 MVA base. Real power generation, real and reactive power loads in megawatt and MVA are given in the table. You can refer the table in manual by considering bus 1 as slack, and we need to obtain the load flow solution with the Y bus matrix using Gauss-Seidel method. So here in this method we need to take the acceleration factor as 1.4 and tolerance of 0.0001 and 0.0001 per unit for real and imaginary components of voltage, and 0.01 per unit tolerance for the change in the real and reactive bus powers. Okay, so for this we need to draw the power system network. From that we can solve the load flow analysis. So for that we will go for this MyPower software package. Open this MyPower software, and then click on this OK, and then click MyPower, and then select the super user, click OK. So now double click on this power system network editor in this window here. It will open up the power system network editor. Before going to draw the power system network, we need to configure the database. For that, click on the database on this menu bar here, and then click configure, and then just click this browse, and then select the database name. I'll just give EXP8. Then click open, and then just click this connect, or make sure that it is checked here, and then click OK, and then uncheck the power system libraries and then standard relay libraries, these two here. And then check this voltage level. In this problem we are working on the voltage level of 220 kV, which is there at level 3 here. And then go to this electrical and currency information. Base MVA, we are working on this base MVA of 100 MVA. Base frequency as 50 Hertz. There are per unit status, the values are given in per unit. Okay, and then this is not required, then click OK. Our database is configured. After the configuration of database, we need to draw the first element, which is bus. Okay, to draw that, click on this bus here, click and select the voltage level. Voltage level is 220 kV here, and draw the first bus. Then here I'll draw the first bus number 1. Click OK, and we have 220 volt kV here. Click save, and then second bus will be at this position. Draw the second bus here. Click OK, click save, and third bus will be at this part here. Click OK, and then click save here. And then fourth bus is located at this point here. Click OK, and then here click save, and then fifth bus is located at this point here. I'll draw the fifth bus here. Click OK and click save. So we have done with the 5 number of buses, which is at 220 kV. So now the second element is transmission line. We have around 7 transmission lines over here, so that we can draw the transmission line one by one. First transmission line, click on this transmission line here and draw the first transmission line between the bus number 1 and 2 here in this bus. So that I'll just rotate here. Click in between bus 1 and 2. From bus is bus number 1 and to bus is bus number 2. Click OK. Then give the values of this thing here. I will give this structure reference number as 1, and then click on this transmission line library here, and then enter this positive sequence resistance as 0.02, and then positive sequence reactance as 0.06, and then we have line charging positive sequence with susceptance, so that is B by 2, which is given the table 0.03, and then click save here, and then click on this line, and then click save. Okay, we're done with the line 1, and then go for the second line, which is connected between bus number 1 and 3 here. Draw the transmission line between this bus number 1 and 3, and select this from bus as 1 and 2 bus as bus number 3. Double click on that bus, click OK, and then give this structure reference number as 2, and then click on this transmission line library and enter this positive sequence resistance value as 0.08, and then positive sequence reactance value as 0.24, and then this positive sequence acceptance value as 0.025. And then click on this save, click on this line, and click save again. Done with the second line, and draw the third transmission line, which is between bus number 2 and 3. In between this bus number 2 and 3, we have this transmission line. I'll click in between this. So we'll draw this bus in between this 2 and 3. Double click on this from bus, which is 2. So now 2 buses, bus number 3. Double click on this bus number 3. Click OK. So now we have this all the details like from bus 2 and 2 bus 3. The structure reference number, we will give structure reference number as 3. Click on this transmission line library and enter this positive sequence resistance as 0.06, and then positive sequence reactance as 0.18, and then positive sequence acceptance as 0.020, and click save. Click on this line, click save again. So now go for a fourth line. The fourth line is between bus number 2 and 4, in between this bus number 2 and 4. So here in between bus number 2 and 4, I'll just click here, double click on this from bus, which is bus number 2, and then 2 buses, bus number 4. So I'll just double click on this bus number 4 here, click OK, and then give this structure reference number as 3, and then click on this transmission line library and enter this details. Just check with the structure reference number 3, which is already connected to between bus number 2 and 3. We have a positive sequence resistance 0.06, and then positive sequence reactance as 0.18, and then positive sequence acceptance V/2, which is 0.02, and then click save. Click on this line, click save again. Done with this line, and then click on the transmission line for drawing the fifth line here, which is between bus number 2 and 5. So in between 2 and 5, we have this bus. Click in between bus 2 and 5. From bus is 2. Double click on this bus number 2, and then here 2 buses, bus number 5. Double click on this bus number 5. Click OK, and enter this structure reference number as 4, and then click on this transmission line library and enter this positive sequence resistance as 0.04, and then positive sequence reactance as 0.12, and then positive sequence acceptance V/2, which is 0.015. Click save. Click on this line, click save. So then click on this line to draw the next transmission line. Click here. Next transmission is between 3 and 4 here. In between 3 and 4, click from buses 3. Double click on this 3, and then double click on this bus number 4, 2 bus. Click OK. Then enter the structure reference number as 5. Then click on this transmission line library. Enter this detail 0.01 positive sequence resistance, and then positive sequence reactance as 0.03, and then positive sequence acceptance as 0.010, and then click on the save. Click on this line, click save again, and then last transmission line is connected between bus number 4 and 5 here. So for that, I'll just rotate here and click in between this 4 and 5. From bus is 4. Double click on this bus number 4. 2 buses, bus number 5. Double click on this bus number 5. Click OK, and then here give the structure reference number as 2, and then click this transmission line library and make sure that we have 0.08 as positive sequence resistance and positive sequence reactance as 0.24, and then positive sequence acceptance as 0.025. Click save, click on this line, click save. Done with all the transmission lines, and then we need to draw the next element, which is generator. We have two generators here. For that, I'll select this generator. Generator 1 is connected at bus number 1 here, and you can refer the generator data which is given in the table. Then click OK here. Then we have this generator 1, the specified voltage we have 1 per unit, and then there is no generation over here. Just click save. Okay, we have manufacturer reference number. Just select save 1 and then click save here. Okay, we'll just give 100 MVA for this. We'll click save. Okay, we need to enter this library data. Click this library. Okay, MVA rating is 100, kV rating 220. We'll just give, click save. Click on this generator, click save, and then one more generator which is connected at bus number 2. We'll connect one more generator at this bus number 2 here. Connect here, click OK. So now for this generator 2 we have a specified voltage as 1, and then we'll just give reference number as 2 here, and then derated MVA as 100, and then here in this scheduled power which is 40, and then here for this reactive power maximum we have 30. Okay, and then click on this library, and then we have all the details over here. Okay, then click save, click on this generator, and then click save. And then we have loads. Next element is loads. We have 4 loads which are connected at bus number 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So for that we will select this load. First load is connected at bus number 2. So we will connect that first load at bus number 2 here. Okay, first load is at bus number 2, and then enter the load details here. We have load 1, real power in megawatt is 20 megawatt, and then reactive power in MVAR is 10 MVAR. Just click this power factor, it will calculate automatically. Then click save, and then next load is connected at bus number 3. We'll connect that load at this bus number 3. Click OK and enter this real power is 45, and then reactive power is 15. Then click here and then click save. The next load is connected at bus number 4. Click this load here, click OK, enter this real power in megawatt which is 40, and then reactive power is 5. Click this and then click save. The next load is connected at bus number 5. Connect the next load at bus number 5 here. Click OK and enter this real power in megawatt which is 60, and then reactive power is 10. Then here click save, and then done with all the elements in the power system network. To solve the problem we need to go for the solve option or solve menu. In this menu bar, click on the solve, click this load flow analysis, and now click on the study info to select the load flow analysis. So here in this one we need to select this Gauss-Seidel method and enter the acceleration factor which is given 1.4, and then we have Y bus. Okay, and then acceleration factor is done, and then tolerance value that we need to give it as 0.0001, and then D tolerance is also we need to provide 0.001, and then we need to select this slack bus, which is like bus number 1, we will select, and then in this print option we will select detailed result with the data. Then we need to set okay, then after that click OK here, then click execute, then click the report to view the report, standard report. Okay, then we will be having all the details of bus power system network here, and then we will be having our iteration count from starts from here. We have bus voltages at each iteration. So now we can have this thing here. So there around after the 9th iteration we have reached all this tolerance value, and then it is converged and it has stopped, and after that we have all this bus voltages and power, and then line losses and line flows and line losses for the different bus here, and the summary of that result is given in this table, and then line flows and line losses is given in this table, and then we have iterations for bus voltages. Okay, so this gives the result of load flow study using Gauss-Seidel method with an acceleration factor of 1.4